Now we can start with my 2 minutes. There are two things that I don't want to read in the Cape Cod Times or any other paper in the coming weeks. And one of those is to blame our own deficit crisis here in town on what's going on in the economy. The other one I don't want to read about is an override. Because, you know, I've stood at this podium, you guys all know, because I come here every week, and I've talked about wasteaholic spending and spendaholic spending. And you certainly have participated in that, along with the school committee. I stood at this podium 2 nights ago, and unfortunately had to kind of force, if you will, with Tom Dolby, to have the school committee come out and admit that they're about $4.9 million short. You know, this is almost like you, the parents, are supposed to be watching the school committee because they are under you. And it's a disgrace, in my opinion, to have a school committee running their budget practically on free cash and reserves. And you've spent certainly a fair amount of that as well. I'd like the town finance director, when I'm done, to just answer me a question. Exactly how much is left in the free cash reserves? Free cash reserves are not to be spent in the manner that has been going on in this town. And I can tell you, if anybody here thinks you're going to come out to the voters and ask for an override, it's not going to happen. I know the town manager is quoted, there's not going to be an override. Don't even try. You need to get better in the way that you manage our money in this town. And you also need to be honest and come out here in the next couple weeks and tell us what the truth is and make the true cuts now. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
This point about free cash, I would beg to differ with all due respect to my particular constituent, Mr. Julius. In this structure of our charter, we are not dominant over the school committee. That would be incorrect to lead the public to believe that that's the way our government is structured. The school committee is really independent. They're elected at large, which of course we're not. They're elected town-wide, and they supervise a school superintendent. And all we do is approve the portion of the budget that we agree can be allocated over to them. It's typically hit somewhere in the neighborhood of 60%. And that's it. And then the management of those funds and how they use the allocation of free cash is really up to them. We can't micromanage on top of them how they use that free cash. I think that's a very important point to clarify for people out there. And likewise, with all due respect to Mr. Burt,